Yeah. LA City Mayor. Mayor Karen Bass. Would a Mayor Bass improve the lives of the people in the city? No. Would a Mayor Caruso make people's lives significantly worse than Mayor Bass?
All right.
Almost certainly.
So they agree with you.
Yes. Listen, I'll just keep it $150 with you. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
If you make less than $300,000 a year, if you don't own multiple real estate properties, do not vote for Mayor Caruso because he is not for you.
Yeah.
He is going to make it so that the very same things that created the housing crisis in this city continue to thrive. He is going to make the problem much, much worse. And maybe in the short term, he will do sweeps and he will brutalize homeless people, maybe kill a couple homeless people, maybe push them aside as he kills a couple homeless people, while simultaneously making more homeless people. It will literally be like America's invasion of Afghanistan, where the Taliban numbers keep fucking growing. Why? Because you're not fixing the problem.
Yeah.
You're making it worse.
His plan is literally, and this is on his website, he wants to make homeless people, he wants to concentrate them in camps in the desert. And he was literally like, what about in Palmdale? That's not even part of LA City, so God knows how you could even get another place to agree to do that. But that's literally his plan.
Which, by the way, for wealthy liberals, they're like, well, that's great. That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Like, let's fucking push them away from the cities.
That's what right-wingers or liberals who are right-wing on this issue say. They say, why do they got to build the shelters here? There's so much empty land in the desert. You're talking about internment camps. You're talking about, you know.
He wants to concentrate them in camps. Just think about what that means, and you will understand what he is saying and what he's trying to do. Yeah. Which, by the way, even if you do not care about homeless people because you're fucking terrified, because you don't think that they're human beings, because you're a psycho that watches too much fucking local news, that doesn't solve the problem.
Yeah.
It doesn't, because there isn't a finite amount of homeless people that are just homeless, and now that's it. You know, you capture all of them like Pokemons, and then you put them in a fucking concentration camp. You've solved the problem. That's not how that works, because every day there's another person that is being priced out of the housing market.
Yeah.
So if you don't solve the legitimate issue, the underlying problem, you're just going to have more homeless people.
Yeah.
And it can be you as well, for the record.
There is also no mechanism to force someone to stay in a shelter if you order them to. Like, people are free to leave. So, like, that entire idea of what if we just make people go in the shelters? It's not legal to do that. It's unconstitutional.
But that's why liberals turn fascist so quick when they're like, yeah, but you should.
Like, LA has been pursuing that exact policy the entire time. That's all LA has ever done. And all it's led to is LA being fined massively by the judicial system for violating people's civil rights. They've paid tens of millions of dollars in penalties over this shit. It's been found unconstitutional over and over again by, like, not the Supreme Court, but like every level of court below that. And it's so counterproductive to try to do that.
Yeah.